Here's a brief explanation of the kind of lesson design of our language arts course using McGraw-Hill content. First of all of our courses use this syllabus page. We find it very helpful because it's easy for the students to see all of their assignments, which ones are due on which day. They're all right here for the student. If you use this, you want to make sure you point out to the students how to get to the McGraw-Hill book. As you know, the district has gone to using a single sign-on system called Clever. So there's the link right there. They can bookmark that. The lessons that we wrote, we linked to Connected McGraw-Hill because we did not know we were going to switch to Clever. So all of the links on our lessons are now obsolete. Kind of frustrating, but it's no big deal because the students just know how to get to Clever. So just make sure you point that out to them. This video right here will show your students and your parents how to access the content in McGraw-Hill. So if you're not too familiar with that, I definitely would suggest you watch that video also. I'm not going to take the time to go over all of that again because you can watch that video that is linked in the courses. Now, you'll notice that we have the main components of the McGraw-Hill, each unit and each week. They're all right here. Some of this lesson design will change just a little bit when you see your Canvas course. I just combined the vocab strategy and the quiz together. But anyway, what we've done is we just kind of thought, well, we want the students to know what their learning target is, what their objective is for this lesson. But we want them to kind of have a playlist, a different set of things they can choose to do to learn that skill. This happens to be high frequency words, so we've got some of the text from the teacher's edition that the parent or whoever's working with the child can help them kind of have those discussions. And then we've got these activities, and we've linked or we've added the information. So if you just type this in, you're going to get a bunch of high frequency word activities, but we've told the student which page to go to and which icon on which row, and it'll get to the one that relates to that lesson. For this particular one, we just have the parent give them an informal quiz and let us know how many of those words they're pretty solid with and which ones they need extra help on. Again, to get back to the page, you can just click on Home. It'll take you to the main page. If we go to something like, well, let's try phonics because there's a lot of resources for phonics. So the same thing, right? There's some guided practice ideas. Here are some games they can play. And then we have links to the phonics pages, the phonics worksheets. So the student practice pages in this case are all together, but then we have the levels, approaching, on level, and beyond. In the other grade levels, you'll notice also that we, like for grammar or for the vocabulary, there will be the approaching vocabulary and the answer key, and then the on level and the beyond. So we've tried to differentiate and give the students choice from this playlist of how they want to find the assignments. It's pretty easy if you look at this chart I created here to know which ones of these assignments you'll have to correct and which ones will automatically be graded by the computer. These right here will be essay type questions, and so you'll just go in and, read over what the student put, give them a score. Each of those should be worth 3 points, and you can determine how many out of 3 they should get. The computer will automatically correct these, and these are just really quick participation. So we'll have some instructions for them to do, but basically they just have to tell us, what activities did they choose to learn that skill, how long did it take them. It's pretty simple. So the best way, obviously, to get this all figured out is just to get in and play around with it. If you have any specific questions, please feel free to give me a call. If you've used McGraw-Hill's digital resources at all, it can be a little frustrating, but we purposely made the procedures the same. So phonics always looks the same. Spelling always looks the same. What the student does is the same each time that lesson comes up for that unit and week. Anyway, really quick overview, but play around with it and then let me know if you have any questions.